Session 204, 13th October 2022. Session 204, 13th October 2022. Quran, the Word of Allah, an elaboratory translation by ex-Brigadier Mustafa Allah. Today we shall have one surah only, the 85th surah, Surah Al-Buruj, the big stars. Surah Al-Buruj, the big stars. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. With the name of Allah, who is unchangeably beneficent, the tremendously merciful. 1. Wasama'i Zatil Buruj. 1. It is sworn by the galaxies which are studded with great stars, planets. It is sworn by the galaxies which are studded with great stars, planets. Wal Yawmil Ma'ud 2. And by the promised time, the day of judgment, when death and time shall cease to exist. When death and time shall cease to exist. Wa shahidun wa mashhud 3. And by the day, Friday, when it comes, and the day of Ufa, when all those who submit repent, and the day of Urfa, when all those who submit repent. Qutil al-Ashabul Ukhdud 4. I swear by the serials 1, 2, and 3 above. The verses 1, 2, and 3 above by the serials, all these are doomed who had dug ditches for fire. All those are doomed who had dug ditches for fire. And Nare Zatil Wakhud 5. That ditch was filled up with wood, providing fuel, and roaring with fire. Izhum alayha Qa'ud 6. When they, the king, his courtiers, and other disbelievers, sat comfortably aside it and watched the Muslims being thrown into the fire, and watched the Muslims being thrown into the fire for the only fault that they had become believers. For the only fault that they had become believers. وَهُمْ عَلَى مَا يَفْعَلُونَ بِالْمُؤْمِنِينَ شَهُودٌ 7. And what these rapscallions were doing with the faithful believers, they were watching over their own barbaric action. They were watching over their own barbaric action of burning them with their own eyes, and didn't feel pity or remorse and didn't feel pity or remorse. وما نقموا منهم إلا أن يؤمنوا بالله العزيز الحميد. 8. And no rhyme or reason for their retribution except vengeance for their belief in God, for their belief of God, of the Muslims, the one who is mighty, overmaster, the sovereign, greatly adulated, the most praiseworthy, who rewards, the most praiseworthy, who rewards. الذي له ملك السماوات والأرض والله على كل شيء شهيد. 9. They have so treated the believers of God. They have so treated the believers of God, to whom belongs the kingdom of all the universes, and obviously the earth. And the God has every event, everything right before him. And the God has every event, everything right before him. إن الذين فتنوا المؤمنين والمؤمنات ثم لم يتوبوا فلهم عذاب جهنم ولهم عذاب الحريق. 10. Watch out, all those who persecute the believing men and the believing women, and thereafter do not repent, and thereafter do not repent and seek forgiveness, shall be punished in hell. Shall be punished in hell. They are for punishment in wild and intense fire. They are for punishment in wild and intense fire. إن الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم جنة تجري من تحتها الأنهار ذلك الفوز الكبير. 11. Surely those who adopt Islam and beg good deeds. Surely those who adopt Islam and beg good deeds and beg good deeds. Our pious Damina shall have gardens in the heavens, wherein underneath flow canals, wherein underneath flow canals of honey, milk, wine, and water. This is a very great reward. This is a very great reward. And Batsha Rabbika Lashadid. 12. Definitely, O Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wasallam, your Rabb, Lord, Creator, assaults, convolutes, twists the disbelievers, arrogant, sinful, when he wills, in a terrible way. Definitely, O Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, your Rabb, Lord, Creator, assaults, convolutes, twists the disbelievers, arrogant, sinful, when He wills, in a terrible way. None can frustrate it. The persecutors shall not escape. The persecutors shall not escape. إنه هو يبدئ ويعيد. 13. He is the only one who does it all. Creates man, initiates punishment, reward, initiates punishment, reward for the first time, and recreates, punishes, rewards for the second, and recreates, punishes, reward for the second. وَهُوَ الْغَفُورُ الْوَدُودُ 1:4. And he is the one who regards peccadilloes, small offenses, ever forgiving. And he is the one who disregards, my apologies, he is the one who disregards peccadilloes, small offenses, ever forgiving for those who seek his forgiveness. Ever forgiving for those who seek his forgiveness. The loving for the believers. The loving for the believers. Zul Arshil Majid 1:5. The undisputed sovereign of the thrones, the undisputed sovereign of the thrones of all universes and the worlds, the acclaimed, resplendent, brilliant, splendid, the acclaimed, resplendent, brilliant, splendid. For Lima you read 1:6, he just does it. Everything straight away, whatever he wills, whenever he likes. He just does it, everything straight away, whatever he wills, whenever he likes. هل أتاك حديث الجنود 1:7. Have you received the news about the invincible, peerless forces? Have you received the news about the invincible, peerless forces? Fir'auna wa Samud 1:8. The people of Pharaoh and Samud, disbelievers living carefree of the hereafter. Disbelievers living carefree of the hereafter. بل الذين كفروا في تكذيب 1:9. Knowing how God destroyed the previous disbelieving communities, knowing how God destroyed the previous disbelieving communities, yet these disbelievers reject, refute, disbelieve the Quran. Yet these disbelievers reject, refute, disbelieve the Quran. Wallahu min waraihim muhit 20. And God has circumfused, and God has circumfused and enveloped them all, enveloped them all these arrogant disbelievers insidiously. 20. And God has circumfused and enveloped them all these arrogant disbelievers insidiously. Bal huwa Quran Majid 2:1. But the Quran can't be disregarded or degraded. But the Quran can't be disregarded or degraded. It is the most inspiring, unique, unrivaled, greatest of all books, the supreme verdict of God. But the Quran can't be disregarded or degraded. It is the most inspiring, unique, unrivaled, greatest of all books, the supreme verdict of God. And the last verse for today, Fi Lohim Mahfuz. Double two, it is permanently secured. It is permanently secured. That's all for today. Please pray for me. Shall meet tomorrow if Allah be willing. Till then, please pray for me. Ex Brigadier Mustansar Billah.